Joe and Jody Burks operate Wholesale Lumber Company in Clint, Texas, a family business started by his late father Tom in 1974. They also operate a second store 6 miles away in Fabens, Texas. Joe began working in the family business at the age of 10, and he is proud to carry on his father's legacy. Joe made an educated guess early on that the coronavirus was here to stay for a while, and he wasted no time taking decisive action. I started researching early, and before we even had a case in El Paso, we had employees wear face masks, he says. Around the time El Paso had its first case of COVID-19, they hired a full-time cleaning person dedicated to a continuous loop of disinfecting the high-use areas of the store. They intend to continue doing that even when the pandemic ends. The Burks started employee temperature self-checks, limited the break room to 1 occupant, installed a hand wash station at the storefront, put in social distancing signage and floor markings, installed plexiglass shields at the cash registers, and required all employees to wear cloth masks. Joe and Jody also revisited their sick leave policies and prohibited sick employees from coming in, making sure everyone knew the consequences for doing so. I was worried for myself, my employees, and the community, says Joe, who held weekly meetings with their 21 employees to keep them informed of updated policies. On the first day the CDC recommended the wearing of cloth masks, Wholesale Lumber Company made them mandatory for everyone coming into the store. Joe had already spent several weeks gathering materials for masks. He had 2 ladies volunteer to make 1,000 cloth masks. They also came up with a low-tech mask made out of a blue shop towel, 2 rubber bands, and 4 staples. Several thousand of those were made. They set up an area to sanitize and then bagged the homemade masks. Joe enlisted the help of Do It Best to give the Clint store a major facelift, spending 2018 remodeling the 45,000 square foot facility. The space devoted to hardware doubled to 18,000 square feet, which proved fortuitous when the pandemic created previously unseen demand for products. The remodel put us in a much better position, says Joe. It widened aisles and provided a better flow of traffic. Determined to come out of this pandemic as a stronger retailer, Joe Burks concludes that it's all about planning, protecting the community, and building trust. It's nice when your morals and business goals fall into sync without need for adjustment of either, he says. If customers and employees do not feel safe, it is going to have long-term consequences. Joe says they are honored and humbled to win the Beacon Award for Community Service. We've always been community-oriented, he says. It's really nice to be noticed that I was on the ball and started early while others were in denial about the virus.